Hello, I'm Jane Taylor from Maflingo, and I thought I would tell you about myself via a vlog. I don't do very many of these, they're as rare as hen's teeth, so enjoy it while it lasts. I've been asked to tell you, describe myself in 3 words. I would say I am a friendly, encouraging perfectionist. How long have I been blogging and what made me start? I've been blogging for 16 months, and I started because I was in a 20+ year pharmacy career and it wasn't creative at all, and towards the end I was just really unhappy and desperate to do something different. So I felt privileged to be able to leave my job and have a bit of a career break, and the very next week I started Maflingo, and it's been going well, but I've also been doing 1 day a week voluntary work as a debt advisor, and in May, excitingly, I will be taking up a part-time paid post doing that for a debt advice charity called Community Money Advice. So I've got to try and juggle that as well as my vlog, but I'm really excited about it because I'm passionate about creative things and money saving. What's the inspiration behind my blog name? Okay. So, do you know when you're trying to choose a blog name that nobody else has? So you go through hundreds and hundreds of things. And so I tested things out on social media to see if they existed, and also on Google. And I chose Maflingo. It seemed like a good idea at the time. Basically, my daughter couldn't say flamingo when she was little. She could only say Maflingo. So I thought that would be a really cool and original name. But blow me, it's so difficult. Every time I ring up or say my blog name, people don't know what I'm saying or how you spell it, and a lot of people can't pronounce it. So looking back, I don't know if it was the best idea, but there you go, I'm stuck with it. What's the best thing that's come out of my blog so far? There are so many wonderful things that have come out of blogging. I think one of them is just meeting loads of wonderful people. I know people's opinions might differ, but in my experience I've met just lovely people. I've not had any bad experiences in terms of that. I've had a bunch of trolls when I did a post about how to get an NUS card if you're not a student, and that went viral on the Daily Mail. Well, viral for me, it was about 3,000 hits I think on the Daily Mail website, and I had a few trolls, but generally I've made some amazing supportive friends, just wonderful, creative, talented other bloggers, and I've loved reading about their blogs and their experiences. I've laughed with them and cried with them, so I think that's the best thing. But it's not the only thing. I mean, let me have a little look. Just being creative, having creativity, and also having flexible working as well. And the best thing that's come out of blogging is for me to realise I can, and how wonderful to connect with people. If I can just touch one person, then I've succeeded, and that's a great thing. Let me have a look at the next question. Okay, so the most remembered thing from my childhood. My dad was a welding inspector, so we got to travel a bit when I was younger. So when I was about 9, me and my sister went to live in Texas for 9 months, and I went to school there. And it was just an incredible experience. We had the 4th of July there, celebrated Halloween there, and those kind of things really stick in my mind. Something interesting you might not know about me. Okay, let me think. I've got a gold medal in disco dancing. Admittedly, I was about 9 or 10. I don't know, they must have really been giving them away then, because I have no coordination. I find dancing like trying to pat my head and rub my tummy. But yes, and it didn't come off my CV till that recently. I think it clung on there for years. And what else can I tell you? I've never ever had a fake tan, and I've only ever had one manicure in my life, and it was a freebie when I went to a spa day, so I don't even know if that counts. There you go. Which social media platform best describes your personality and why? Probably Facebook, because I'm just really nosy. I love finding out about other people's lives and finding out more about them, and I like a good chat and a natter and having a laugh, and I guess it's kind of a virtual version of that, so that probably suits me the most out of all the social media channels. What is your happy song? Oh, it changes all the time, but I would say probably my happy song at the moment is Can't Stop This Feeling, Justin Timberlake. Whenever it's on in the car with the kids, we turn it up to full blast and really go for it because it's just brilliant. Favourite alcoholic drink? Well, you see, I'm not a spirits girl. I never really have been, and I'm also a complete lightweight. But I really do love wine, and I think my unit quota has probably gone up since having kids. You know, when you do those questionnaires at the GPs, I think it's kind of been steadily rising. What can I say? But there is no wild and crazy phase with me. I stop at 2 because beyond that I'm lightheaded or asleep. What's your favourite cake? Oh, probably, it's a tough one. My friend makes the most amazing carrot cakes. I love carrot cake, but also I love genuine New York cheesecake. So I'd have to do a bit of a Harry Hill kind of head-to-head on that, fight and see who won in the battle of the cakes. What's my favourite takeaway dish? Well, I'm a northern lass. I'd have to say fish and chips with scraps and gravy, but gravy on the side in a tub, not on my chips. What's your dream holiday destination and why? Absolutely, without a doubt, Australia. I think I've said it before. I would love to go to Australia, but not necessarily just to see the sights, but because my best friend, who I've never even met, Jenny, lives out there. We got together through our love of fan fiction and writing, and we Skype most weeks. What superhero name would you be? The Juggler, because that's what my life feels like. I just spend my whole life juggling. If you had a magic power, what would you want to have and why? Well, for those reasons, stopping time, or if I had the magic power to be able to do a blog post in 1 hour rather than 20, that would be the power I would want. What weapon would help you survive a zombie apocalypse? Well, I'm really squeamish, and I can't stand the sight of blood, and I'm a bit of a pacifist, so I think I'd have to have some kind of impenetrable shield, and preferably a blackout shield, because I don't really want to see them come towards me with all the gammy, gooey limbs hanging off and stuff. Yeah, so I'm a bit of a wuss. Unless I had the key to John Lewis, because I reckon if there was a zombie apocalypse, you'd want to be in there, because it's got everything, hasn't it? If you could send something into space, what would it be? If it's a one-way ticket, Donald Trump. What would you have on your gravestone? Died and gone to heaven? I don't know. I like the word loved, or dearly loved, or loved loads on there as well, probably. You make headline news around the world in 2 years' time, but for what reason? Well, do you know, at the moment, my reason would probably be that I'm making headlines because I have finally made a fire out of all of the kids and Mr. T's shoes that they leave in the hallway, despite us having a shoe rack and a sideboard full of shoe boxes. Drives me mad. So that'd be it. If an EMP, I thought that was some kind of European MP for a minute, but I think it means electromagnetic pulse or something. I had to look it up on Google. If it wiped out mechanical transport, I'd go on my bike, I think, to get to Blog On. That would be the mode of transport I would use. Right, that's me. Hope you've enjoyed listening, and I will see you at Blog On. Woo! Bye!